least I can test it.
Yeah, I don't have that. But you can manually shove it over.
So like in here, I switched just to doing it manually again.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I feel like it's too close.
Yeah.
Trying to get
part of
higher,
it.
you know.
Yeah.
We
do.
I know, seriously.
I got 15 foot.
Yeah. I know, I was looking at
go
that.
up. It's $130.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. Well, they have other ones that are a little shorter. I found some that were like around 60, 50. So I think I might get that.
I watched the guy in the ice cream heavy with his 15 foot, and he goes, I thought it was flat. And he couldn't snap it. You could see it's built.
All right, hopefully he likes it. Les, come over here. This guy's sitting there.
Because it doesn't have to move as much.
Yeah, so how high does that doesn't go up?
Yeah, I was just I was looking at different tripods.
Yeah.
And so what, like ideally it says it's like about, you want to get about 7 to 8 feet.
It's a live and learn experience. Trial and error. Okay, thank you. Tell Dustin I said thanks. All right, we're live for our final matchup. Of the weekend, Chicago, Illinois. This is game 4. Recapping the previous 3 games for 3N. Opening up with our one blemish of the weekend. Losing to Sky Sports Academy yesterday morning, 57-52, but following up the victory over Midwest Magic 60-27. And then this morning, if you didn't catch it, we took care of Upagenics 16U 3SG team 62-30. So the final game, we'll take a look at the opponent. That is Over the Edge 16U. Over the Edge comes in with a 2-1 record as well. They also beat Midwest Magic 52-33. And they also took care of Hoopademics 63-36. And their loss was also to Sky Sports Academy 72-51. So it should be a pretty close matchup with similar records, similar scores for the weekend. About a minute before we tip off here. 3N will be in the same outfits they've worn all weekend. Black tops, black bottoms. What? Yeah. With blue numbers. And as soon as the warm-ups come off of the opponent, I'll be able to give you their fits for the day. Teams leaving the court. Yeah, you're right. You're right, because I just went through the, and it's almost identical. Yeah. 5 teams in the pool. No bracket play. Play 2 16-minute halves. Each player gets 6 fouls. When the teams get to their 17th foul, they go to the bonus 1-1. 3N. Last huddle before they finish off this weekend. This is the battle for second place. 3N, black tops, black bottoms, blue numbers. Zoe to take the tip against the opponent. Over the edge in a maroon and white getup. Joining Zoe is Charlie, Dylan, Audrey, and Shelby. Ready to check in. Anytime Coach Pat puts her in is Kate. And we are about to get started for the final match. Game 4, day 2. The tip goes to over the edge, but it gets stolen there by Dylan. Now Audrey on the outside has a girl in her face. Outside now it's tipped, but it's going to stay with 3N. Number 20 tipped it out. Shelby will inbound. Gets it to the top to Audrey. Audrey dribbles to the right, back to the left now. Gets it to Shelby at the top. Screen set by Dylan, but Shelby hands it off to Charlotte, who goes inside, gets bumped, and it goes off the hands of Zoe. Nope, they're going to say the opponent did it, so it's going to stay with 3N. Shelby to inbound from under the basket. They go to the line play. Quickly now, Zoe gets it and throws it up for the first bucket of the final match. 2-0, 3N. The press is on. Over the edge, breaks the press. They're moving the ball really well. Audrey defends on the outside, now Shelby, all the way to the corner. That's a corner 3, that's up and off. Rebound over the edge. That's off, Dylan with the rebound. Gets it to Charlie. Charlie now gets it across midcourt with a girl in her face. Charlie goes right, gets bumped, no foul. Charlie goes left now. Hands it off to Dylan. Dylan gets stuck. Almost loses the ball. She gets it to Audrey, who dribbles up. Dribbles over, no foul. Rebound Zoe, she puts it up and in. Both buckets scored by number 9, 4-0. 14:35 left in the first half. Now over the edge, moving the ball really. That's a pocket 3, that's up and off. No good. Rebound, Dylan tied up. Didn't they win the tip? All right, they're going to say possession on the jump ball is over the edge. I thought they won the tip and then Dylan stole it, but they counted it the other way. Now Charlie defends on the outside. They're trying to get it inside, they do. Zoe defends it, kicks it out to the corner. Charlie covers that one. Now Audrey from the top defends. Over the edge, moving the ball well. That's a 3 defended by Dylan, that's off. Saved into the hands of Shelby. Shelby has it and gets it to Audrey. 4-0, 3N, 13:53 on the clock. Charlie on the outside in front of the opponent's bench. Calls out the play, gets it inside to Zoe. Zoe moves the handle. They're going to say she got pushed. So that'll stay on the floor. Shelby to inbound. Girls move around. Shelby gets it into Audrey. That's a difficult pass, and Audrey gets fouled, and she's laying on the ground. The girls help her up with sportsmanship. Number 44 in maroon. So Shelby's going to try it again. Dylan sets a screen. Charlie comes around it. Shelby trying to get it in. She finally finds Audrey on the outside. And they say Audrey took an extra step. So there's a travel turnover. It'll be over the edge's ball, and the press, led by Shelby, is deployed. Shelby nearly grabbed it. The trap goes on. They go inside now. That's a 3. That's off. Rebound Charlie. Charlie has it. Quickly now to Shelby. Shelby on the outside loses the handle, and they're going to say it was tipped out by the opponent. So Shelby will have it in front of the opponent's coach. Shelby looks to get it in. It's covered well. Zoe tried to reach it, but the ball fell short, and it's stripped by Audrey, who goes with the girl in her face. Audrey comes up, spins. Audrey goes up. She gets fouled. She'll get the shoot too. Audrey's looking to tack on to this 4-0 lead here with their free throws up at the 13-14 mark. Gets the second one, 5-0. And tipped by Shelby right in the hands of Audrey with another steal. Audrey steps into a three. She shoots it, heads off. Rebound, nobody was under it except the opponent. Now they come up quickly. Zoe gets back. Zoe defends, but it kicks out to the three. That's up, that's in. First bucket. They're over the edge, but it's quickly stolen, and they almost tied it up there, but they keep possession. Stolen there. Audrey gets another steal. She comes up with no numbers, so she kicks it out to Charlie. That three was defended well. Zoe picks up the loose ball, gets fouled in her attempt, so she'll go back to the line. Big three-pointer by the opponent, and they quickly stole the inbound pass. And had they made that, they would have tied it up. But Audrey picked up the loose ball, found Charlie in the corner. Her three got blocked right into the hands of Zoe, and then she gets fouled. She got the front end of the two. Couple subs for over the edge. And Zoe hits both of them. Checking into the game for Dylan is Kate, so she comes in at the 12:35 mark. 7 threes to score. Zoe hits both of her free throws. Now Zoe defends on the outside. Ball lost. Picked up the loose ball. She gets it. Doesn't go, but she gets fouled by Kate. Number 11, it looks like, we'll get to shoot 2 here. Misses them both. Shelby tracks down the rebound and gets it over to Audrey. What they're going to call a push. Before she got rid of it, number 40 for over the edge. Picks up her first foul. Just a little bump, little extra bump on Shelby. Now Shelby gets it into Audrey. The press is on. Shelby gets it, goes to the middle, gets it back to Audrey. Audrey goes to the middle and gets it across court. Audrey spins left and goes all the way in, kicks it out to Zoe. Zoe goes right. Zoe keeps going right. She turns left, kicks it to Audrey. That's blocked. So Audrey's three is blocked. It's going to stay with 3M. Shelby to inbound. To Audrey at the 3. Audrey goes right. Picks up a screen by Kate. Inside to Zoe. Zoe spins right. Puts it up. No good. The ball goes down. And it's going to say, I think her knee was on the line. So 3N will keep possession here. We're under 12. 7 threes to score. Audrey looking to get the ball in, but it goes to Zoe instead. Zoe now on the outside. Walks it all the way back. Hands it off to the defense guard. Audrey Bennett. Now back to Zoe at the top. Zoe holds it above her head. Goes right. Hands it off to Charlie, who goes quickly left. Charlie almost lost the handle, but gets it over to Audrey instead. Now Audrey gets it. Nice inbound. She tried to find Kate, but it went over her head. Turnover. And up by just 4 points here early in the final match of the weekend here in Chicago, Illinois. There's a 3-point from the corner. That's off. Rebound. I'm going to say it touched Zoe. So it stays with over the edge. Throw it in deep, 3-point range. Quick penetration blocked by Zoe. Who got her? Who got her?
It's hard to get ball when you just reaching it like this. She didn't even move her feet.
Yeah, but she got all ball, right?
She got sliding feet.
Oh, she got all ball. But it's a long day, bro. I get it.
It's not a long day. I only got 6 games.
So the number 9 got the foul, not the girl behind her?
I got 2.
Oh, okay. I thought you called number 9.
No, 2 black. 2 black just reached in.
Then you're good. I was looking at my daughter. Okay. So the foul was on 2.
Yeah, it was on Court.
Okay. I thought they called it on Zoe.
She made the puncher, but it's the actor.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so that last foul got a little clarity. They gave it to Audrey, not Zoe. So my apologies to the ref. That'll be the first and maybe last time you hear that. But Dylan checks back into the game for Shelby. Leanne has possession. Kate's gonna throw it into Zoe, who gets it quickly and throws it up. Misses again, but Zoe gets her own rebound and finishes. Zoe's first half looks a lot like the first game yesterday. A lot of business from Zoe inside. And that attempt is off. Rebound, good for number 40. She was in the right spot to put that back. 9-6 is the score. Kate now has it quickly to Dylan, but it gets knocked out of bounds by number 11, who seems to be one of their big weapons for this team. They actually bring 2 girls back in, and 11 sits down. So Audrey to get it inbounds. The line play is called now. Here it is. Zoe has it. Back out to Audrey. Quickly now to Charlie. Charlie now looks to do something with it. Charlie gives it to Audrey. Back to Charlie. She misses it. Gets it in time. The girl in her face. She just came into the game. Now Charlie has it. Gets a screen. Looks like by Zoe. She gets it to Zoe in the paint. Zoe turns left, throws it up, and gets fouled. So Zoe's going to go back to the line. This looks a lot like game 1. It really does. Feeding Zoe a lot. And Zoe's taking it and getting a lot of chances, except she's hitting the free throws, which she wasn't yesterday. So at the 10:22 mark, Zoe's first free throw makes it 10-6. And no, misses the second one. 10-6 is the score. Over the edge. Oh, over the edge comes. She's on the 2. That's a 2-pointer. And quickly now, Dylan down deep, back to Audrey, gets kicked out. At the 10:03 mark, 10-8. It's a tight one here early on in game 4. Now Kate from the side gets it to Charlie at top. Charlie looking to get it back to Kate. Now Kate inside to Dylan. Dylan goes left, goes right, throws it up, miss. Now over the edge, quickly bids back. But Charlie steps in front of that pass, but it goes into the hands of the opponent. And it looks like she traveled, and she did. Pressure there by Audrey forces the turnover. We're at 9:49. 10-8 is the score. Leanne nursing just a 2-point lead here in the final matchup of our opening tournament for the 2026 AAU season. Now, Kate gives it up to a high-low Dylan. Dylan said he traveled, a couple of hops. So a couple of turnovers by both teams. Here comes over the edge. Audrey picks up another foul. Is that her second? Is that her second? Audrey's second. Look at that. I love it. I love it. Check this out. We got a backup auxiliary ref. Well done, kid. Oh, that's a kick. Yeah. That's a kick ball, right? That's a kick. Start it over. Gotta get your hand up. There we go. He knows what he's doing. All right, we're back at it on a kick ball. That's number 1 for Audrey. She picked up her first for the season in the last game. That one's going to get called by Dylan. Picks up her second, I believe. Or that's her first. Stand corrected. I got my stat man to my right. So Dylan picks up her first. Shooting 2, number 40, looking to tie the game up here at the 9:17 mark. We got to get our 3-point game on. Missed the second, so it's just a 1-point lead. Rebound, Kate, over to Charlie. Charlie all the way to Audrey, steps into a 3. That's up and off. Rebound, squirts over to the opponent, who races up the court. She travels. But we almost would rather not have the call, because stealing that pass was Audrey. She had a clear pass to the basket. Audrey has it now. She goes back to the basket, throws it up, off, rebound, over the edge, races up. That's a three. That's going to take the lead if it hits it. No, that's going to go out of bounds. 3-end ball. .8:58 on the clock. Shelby gets it to Audrey, back to Shelby. Deep in the backcourt, but she gets it through. Now, kicks it out in the corner. That's Dylan. Dylan thinks about going, pulls back, hands it off to Kate. Kate from the outside. Kate's had a great weekend. She throws up her first shot that goes in and continues. The great shooting by number 15. 12-9 to score. 3 up by 3. Quickly now. A little out of control there, but they keep possession. The opponent's going to think about it. She dribbles all the way across. Good ball movement. It's a nice left hand, not good enough. Rebound. Stolen. The girl who shot it just stole it right out of. She traveled. Good call. Yeah, hey, you called that. All right now, 8:31 on the clock. Shelby gets it in. Big press by the opponent, but Audrey gets it across court. Audrey now slows it down. Dribbles between her legs. Hands it off to Kate. Kate gets tied up. Almost loses it. Comes out of there. Her opponent's on the ground quickly now. Dylan gets tied up. That's going to be a foul. Number 5 for over the edge. They're going to bring in a full line change here, which is the opposite of our team. Taking a seat is Audrey, and Zoe comes in for her. Dylan's going to get the shoot here in the bonus already. So fresh legs across for over the edge. Dylan misses the front end. Now over the edge. Comes up, down 3, looking to tie it up or get close. Goes off a 3-end player. It'll stay with over the edge. They get in deep into the zone. Defended there by Shelby. That's a travel. Inbounds in front of Coach Nat and Delaney. That'll be Shelby. And the press remains on. This team wants to leave. This is also their last game, so they're going to leave it all on the court as they should. Now, Charlie races across the court. Has the girl in her face. Gets it to the side to Kate. Inside now to Zoe. Zoe bounces right. Turns, throws it up. Not good enough. But chasing the rebound down was Dylan, but it went off her foot, so it's going to be over the hedges. Over the edge. Ball. 7:48 on the clock. Ran up by 3. Moving the ball as they've done all game so well. 3 trying to. That's a deep 3 to tie it up, and they do. Good basket there by number 13 in maroon. Now, Kate has it. Defended by the girl who just tied it up for over the edge. Gotta hurry or we'll get 10 seconds. And Charlie does get it over just in time. Zoe comes to the top to set a screen. Charlie takes it. Charlie gets it up to Zoe, who gets 3 girls on her. And Zoe gets fouled again. Time by number 20. So they're just going to make Zoe earn it the hard way. 2 shots or 1-on-1? 2 shots. She was shooting. 2 shots. Quickly now back in is Audrey for Kate. I don't know if I think they're called a 1-and-1. No, they did call a 1-and-1. So, I don't know about that. Zoe was trying to go up, but called it on the floor. So she gets the front end and gets them both. The lead is back to 2, 14-12, 7 minutes to go in the first. Shelby guard on the outside. Loses the handle. No, he called it. they stopped playing. I don't know. He called something, and then he called the 3, but he called it stop. He killed the play. So no 3 on that one. The other ref did stop play, and that's why everyone stopped. The ball did go in. The other ref said count the 3, and then they just talked about it, and they said they're gonna not count it. So quickly in on the inbound play to tie it up. Catching 3N asleep a little bit there. We're tied up, 6:42 on the clock. Here comes Audrey all the way out to Zoe. Zoe on the outside, goes to the top, it's a screen by Shelby. Zoe gets it over to Charlie now. Charlie with the girl in her face gets it to Shelby, inside to Zoe. Zoe turns, outside to Audrey. Audrey penetrates, goes up, throws it in, bucket. 16-14, 3N. This is a good matchup.
If you didn't think she didn't touch her, you might lose that. Everybody over here knows she can't call basketball.
I'd rather, I want his interpretation.
It never happened.
I'll wait for his interpretation. So Audrey picks up her 3rd, I believe, and she takes a seat. Kate checks in for her now. Over the edge, looking to take the lead with a 3 or tie it up with a bucket. Yep. So they call cradling or palming the ball. We don't see that a lot. We called it. The ref likes the attention. He's getting a lot of calls. 6 minutes left. Here comes Charlie. Brings it across. Hands it off to Dylan. Dylan in the corner goes baseline now. Dylan goes baseline. Throws it up and in. Nice, strong move for Dylan Walker. She loves to hit that baseline, and that time it paid off to push the lead to 4. Now, there's another 3. She hit the last one. She hit that one. They're going to have to guard that one. She's going to hit that 3 a lot. Here comes Kate. Kate gets it out to Shelby. Shelby in the corner. Shelby walks it all the way to the top and gets it to Zoe at the top. Zoe goes right. Zoe keeps spinning. She goes up. She finishes. Good strong move from Zoe Foreman. 20-17 is the score. 5:15 left. And there's a 3-point attempt to tie it up. No good. Charlie Knowles with the rebound. Charlie goes up quickly now to Kate. Kate finds Dylan. Dylan inside, goes under the basket, throws it up. No good. Rebound over the edge. Over the edge. Quickly now up the court. They come all the way back around. They're moving the ball well. That's a travel again. Couple subs in here for over the edge at the 4:47 mark. 20-17, 3N. Shelby to inbound, gets it all the way to Charlie, who slowly brings it up that court. Now Shelby on the outside in front of the opponent's bench, trying to get the girl off her. Here she dribbles around. She dribbles left, all the way outside to Charlie. Now Dylan on the outside, kicks it to the top to Shelby. Shelby all the way to the corner. That's Kate. Kate goes to the elbow. Kate hands it off to Zoe on the outside. Zoe dribbles back out. Looks, holds it above her head. Tries to get rid of it. She does. She finds Dylan inside. Dylan now finds Zoe on a nice pass. That didn't fall. Rebound. Over the edge. Nice little give and go from Dylan and Zoe, but it just didn't fall this time. She's going to shoot another 3. That one goes. She's hit 3 in a row, number 13, and Zoe had a hand in her face. We're all tied up here. Just under 4 minutes. 20-20. Now Shelby brings it across. Shelby at the top. Gets it over to Charlie. Charlie goes left. Charlie throws it up. It's a nice spin to finish to take the first lead of the game. Here comes Charlie. Now, Kate. Offensive.
You gotta know how to ref. You being biased. You looking on one side of the line. I don't care who wins. How am I being biased?
Well, St. Louis thought you were biased.
She went down. That's
Right.
a foul. She was her opponent's team. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. No.
Wait.
Somebody know the foul. Thank you, sir. You know the 15-year they ain't just making stuff up today.
So, I don't know if you heard any of that, but free end parents giving the ref their business. And while that was happening, free end is dropped into a 5-point deficit. And Pat Knowles wants to try to get this momentum back. Over the edge had a quick layup bucket that the girl threw a big shoulder into Zoe, and they didn't call any offensive foul there, so she got the bucket, and then over the edge followed that up with another three-pointer, not from number 13, but from another player. So that's the reason for the 25-20 score. And Pat wants the girls to regroup and get their focus back. 2:31 left on the clock. Watch the refs, and she wants to be a big part of the game. Might as well put them on camera here. So from the timeout, Shelby will inbound next to Jill Walker, who's on the books at the score table. And again, a scheming defense from the opponent, making everything hard. Now Charlie gets it, kicks it out to Zoe. Zoe for three, that's short, hit the front of the rim. Needs a little bit more air on that one. Here comes over the edge with a 5-point lead now. Over the edge, gets it to the free throw line, give and go. Defended there, another three is up, that's off. Thank God. Now Charlie quickly goes up the court. Gets it over to Kate. Kate on the outside, goes left. She's going to keep going. Throw it up and just off. Rebound over the edge. Here they come quickly up the court. Moving the ball around. That's a three. They're going to shoot it. They're going to miss that one. But they're going to get the rebound. She's going to shoot the three if we don't guard it. Ball is bouncing all over the place. And it's going to be a foul on Gillen. That's his second. So 40 for the opponent. We'll get to shoot two here. 1:33 on the clock. 3 and down by 5. Dylan pulls down the board. Charlie has it. Running point. Charlie gets it to Shelby. Shelby on the outside. Tough defense. Now Dylan from the outside. Dylan goes baseline. Stops, throws it back to Zoe. Zoe goes left. Zoe stops, gets it to Dylan. He shoots a little 10-footer short. Rebound. Dylan, I think, reached over her back. They called that again on Dylan. We're in the bonus now. A couple of subs for over the edge. That one goes in. She gets them both. 28-20. 3 and down by 8. 1:12 on the clock. Kate stuck in the corner, trying to get out of it. She loses the ball. Gotta hurry up, get it over. She does. She finds Charlie just in the nick of time. Charlie now from the top. Charlie penetrates, goes left. Charlie at the elbow. Finds Zoe. Zoe kicks it to Kate. And I think they're going to say 5 fouled Zoe before she got rid of it to Kate. So it's a bonus. Zoe goes back to the line. That's the front end. Much improved free throws today for Zoe compared to yesterday. So you got to be happy about that. Those 2 free throws cuts the deficit to 6. We're under a minute. Kate guards on the outside. Gets it inside, overthrown, let it go, and it's going to be a turnover. So 3N will get the ball with 50.6 on the clock. And the full court press is on again. Now, Dylan quickly throws it away. Comes over the edge. Over the edge, moving it around. Goes baseline, throws it up and in. Now Zoe gets it to Charlie. 35 on the clock. 30-22. Charlie Knowles gets it across the middle. Charlie at the top, looking to get rid of it. She finds Kate, who finds Dylan inside. Dylan goes, loops it up, but no good. Zoe steals it from her, but gets fouled before she went up to put it up. So Zoe will go back to the line. Looks like they're going to say she's shooting 2 here. So she misses the first. Oh. Oh, double bonus? But I don't think he made it clear. Yeah, it should be a double bonus, yeah. So she shoots 2. They got a little mix up there. So she gets the second shot and makes it. So the lead is 7 for Over the Edge. 16 seconds left on the clock until halftime. That's a 3. That's up. That's off. Rebound. Shelby. 5 seconds. 2 seconds. Heave. That's going to be short. Halftime score 30-23. 3N got a little work to do to come out on top of the final game. 3-minute halftime. We'll be back with our halftime stats, courtesy of Big Eric. Big first half for Zoe Foreman. She leads 3N with 16 points, followed by Audrey Bennett's 3, Dylan 2, and Kate's 2. Zoe is 8 for 10 from the free throw line and 4 for 9 from the floor. She's picked up 4 rebounds, 3 of those offensive rebounds, and has 1 foul and an assist. Let's take a look at Audrey Bennett, who has 3 fouls. Also, Dylan has 3 fouls. So we're going to watch that. They only have 3 left. You get 6 this weekend. Speaking of Dylan, she actually has 4 rebounds. So go with her 2 points. And Kate Weatherex is 50% from the floor to get her bucket. And she's picked up a rebound. Charlie Knowles has 3 big rebounds. Has yet to get a bucket yet. So Charlie and Shelby looking to get on the scoring board in the second half. And all Charlie has to do is kind of channel some of whatever she was doing in the last couple of games when she was shooting lights out. And we should be good to go. So in 1 minute, we'll be back for the final half of this first weekend of the 2026 AAU season. All right, ready for the second half. 16 minutes on the clock. Shelby to inbound right here in front of the camera. Here we go. Audrey gets it in deep into the back court. She had a girl in her face. That's what they've been doing the entire game, making it very difficult, and it's working. Now, Charlie has it, looking to get rid of it. She goes right, gets Zoe inside. Zoe turns left. Zoe kicks it out to Audrey for a 3. That's up. That's short. Comes over the edge. Tip there by Charlie. It's going to stay with over the edge, who has a 7-point lead to open up the second half. They're going to shoot the threes, and they've done really well with that. They missed that one. Zoe picks up the rebound. Now Charlie has it, dribbles behind her back, finds Audrey. Audrey finds Dylan, who goes baseline. Dylan stops, kicks it back to Charlie. Charlie picks up a screen from Zoe. That's the favorite call. You like that one. Nobody calls that, except this guy. He said a carry by Charlie. So, here comes over the edge. He's really come to play today. Now, stripped there by Zoe, but stays in the hands of the opponent. Steps into a 3. That's off. Rebound, Zoe. Stolen by the other girl. Blocked by Zoe, who gets the rebound. Audrey now has it. Audrey thinks about going in, keeps it outside, gets it to the top of Zoe. Zoe finds Shelby on the outside. Shelby goes right with it, gets it inside. She's being held. You almost called it, though. You almost did. It was close.
I've seen a few come up, but she traveled when she caught it.
But the arm lock was on your side, not hers. Well, they said Dylan walked, even though it looked like they were grabbing her. He almost called that, but he didn't. So here we go now. Over the the edge, moving it quickly, but they throw it away. That pass came in at a Nolan Ryan fastball, hard to handle, so Shelby's going to get it to Charlie. 14-15 on the clock. 3 and down, 30-23. Charlie gets it to the top to Audrey. Now, get out of bounds. A little bit higher. Zoe can jump. Shelby to inbound. It's a foul. Good call. Well, that's a foul when you hit her. I know, but she's acting like, what did I do? That time it gets turned over. So Dylan picks up her 4th. He wants to be the game. He's having way too much fun. So Dylan takes a seat with 4 fouls. Kate replaced her. And a quick substitution for the shooter, who makes both of her free throws to push the lead to 9. Just under 14 minutes. Shelby to inbound, gets it to Zoe. Zoe quickly to Charlie. Charlie over to Kate, and that's how you do it. Textbook break of the full court press. Well done. 3N. Now, jump ball. Zoe's paw on the ball, so it's going to be over the edges possession. They look to get it in. They got to get it in. They get it into the wrong team. And that's Audrey with another steal. Outside to Charlie. Charlie goes. Gets bumped, no call. Audrey on the outside, all the way over to Kate. Kate thought about it. Kept her foot down. Now, Audrey at the top. Audrey goes left. Audrey's going to finish. Throws her up short. Rebound. Zoe. Zoe goes up. Zoe, just shoot. Just shoot. So Zoe wanted her basket. They said it was on the floor. Here comes Audrey with a nice layup from the inbound pass from Shelby. The assist at 13-13. The lead is 5 now. 3N trying to claw back in here in the final game of the weekend. And that turnover goes into the hands of jump ball before the timeout. Coach wanted a timeout. They called it a jump. It's going to be 3N's ball. Rip it, rip it, rip it. I think they called a foul on the girl who tried to rip that from Zoe, so Shelby gets it into Kate. Dribble, go Kate, go. Kate has it. Yeah, if you don't call that, they can get away with anything like that. All right, here we go. Zoe gets it inbounds to Shelby. Zoe goes left. Zoe goes right. Zoe turns. Thought about shooting. That's a 3 instead gets blocked. Zoe gets it. Goes up. Gonna finish and put it in. Big basket for Zoe. 12:33 on the clock. Here comes over the edge. She just bounced off her. So Zoe picks up her second, I believe. 12:26 on the clock. 3N down 32-29, but they are inching their way back in. Charlie guards on the outside. That's a big three. That's up and off. Rebound. Audrey gets thrown down. And helping her up is her opponent, who fouled her, number 1. Quick substitution. They got a bench of 5 girls. We have a bench of 1. Quickly now, Audrey has it. Audrey gets it over to Zoe, who gets fouled. Zoe will go to the line. I didn't think he was going to call that, to be honest with you. And another free throw made by Zoe. Quick sub for over the edge. With just under 12 minutes left in this one, Zoe's second free throw goes in to cut the lead to just 1. Big push here by 3N when they needed it. Now, 3N on defense. From the elbow, here comes, that's out. Keep playing, Zoe, keep playing. Come on, Kate. Let's go. Dylan checks back in. She comes in for Charlie. Shelby tries to get in and she finds Audrey. Audrey crosses over again and gets it across. Dylan from the top. Dylan with the girl on her face. Gets a screen by Zoe, but goes to the right instead. Hands it off to Kate. Kate gets knocked down, no call. They say the last touch by Shelby, so it'll be over the edge's ball. (32-31) over the edge. 11:15 left. That's thrown away into the hands of Dylan. Dylan steps the loose ball and gets it to Audrey quickly. 11 minutes on the clock. Audrey stutters and steps it backwards. Here she goes again. Tucks it and throws it in. That went in. Great play. If Audrey starts doing that, we're going to be in good hands. And I think she's going to put this team on her back. That's the look when we see from Audrey. That's a good sign for the 3N fans. Now, a couple of turnovers lately. That's a 3-point from the pocket. That's off. Rebound. She got bumped. Good call. Good call. Good call. Dylan got shoved in the back by number 5. So a couple of sloppy plays from the opponent, which we will take, has allowed us to claw our way back. Now Zoe takes a seat. Charlie comes in for her. 10:35 mark. Dylan gets pushed. But they said she went out on her own, so it's going to be opponent ball. Blocked by Charlie, but right back into the hands of the opponent. She walks it all the way back. Oh. Kick ball. Number 2 by Audrey. Going to stay with over the edge. 10:09 on the clock. At the free throw line. Kicks it out. That's a 3. That's off. Rebound Dylan. Dylan. Quickly now to Charlie, runs down the loose ball. Charlie has it deep into the offensive zone. Gets bumped there, so 40's going to pick up a foul. I don't know if we're in the bonus. That might be the bonus. 1-1. 1-1. Chill. Bonus, bonus. So they must have screamed loud enough. So Charlie's going to get the 1-1. 9:55 on the clock. And that free throw pushes our lead to 2. We just picked up the lead in our last possession. And Charlie hits both of them. 35-32. 3N up by 3. Zoe quickly took a seat, checked back in the game for Shelby. So, defended well by there, Zoe. Dylan picked up the loose ball, but they said she was either pushed or nope. So they said Dylan was on the line. So over the edge will inbound. They get it in on the outside. That's a 2. That's off. Audrey with the rebound. And she gets smacked right in the face. No foul called. It's going to be out of bounds. 3N gets it. And now Audrey has it after being punched in the face. Charlie has it on the outside, right in front of the camera. Now Kate on the outside. Holds it up, dribbles left. Dribbles, turns right. She's picked up her dribble. She's going to have to hand it off. She does. She hands it off to Zoe. Zoe goes left behind her back. Zoe lost the possession and slips and gets a skin burn. I'm very upset. Zoe, keep playing.
Let's go, Black. Come on.
9:07 on the clock. Left in this one. Audrey guards out front. These girls have got to be tired at this stage. They're doing a lot more kicking. There's a 3. That's up and off. Rebound. Dylan. Nope. Oh, the ball is just all over the place. They're going to say Dylan picked up that foul. That's her 5th. So with 5 fouls, she takes a seat. Shelby comes in to give Dylan, with 8:44 left, some more time to play. 3N trying to stay with these girls. They look tired, but they are leaving it out on the court. That one's on Zoe. That's Zoe's third foul for Zoe. Although we don't want to get in foul trouble. I mean, she's more dangerous on the floor than she'll probably make this one. Yep. 8:30 on the clock. 3N up by 2. Shelby to inbound right in front of the 3N parents bench. Stands. There they are. Shelby to get it in. Audrey gets it. Gets pushed by number 44. But Zoe was being held. I mean, you can't just grab people. You can make that call, kid. When they hold them like that, that's a foul. So Audrey's going to get the bonus here. 1-1. Try to tell the ref right there. Gets the first. Quick substitution for the edge. The guard just got subbed. Audrey looking to push the lead to 4 if she hits this one. That's the 18th foul for over the edge. 3N has 14 fouls. She's gonna shoot a 3. Not there. Rebound, Kate. Watch it behind you, Kate. Zoe. Audrey. Kicked out of bounds there by over the edge. 8:06 on the clock. Shelby to inbound. Move! Go! Audrey from the backcourt. Gets it across. Throws it up. Off. Rebound. Over the edge. So the kick ball, at least they didn't call a foul. Is that a kick or a foul? Is that a foul or a kick? Kick?
She don't know what sports you play.
Jeez, rather. This ain't soccer. Here we go. That's a three. That's up. That's off. Rebound. Big rebound by Kate. Gets it over to Zoe. Into the hands of Audrey. Back to Kate. Kate now gets it across midcourt. Back to the top. It's Audrey. Audrey to Zoe. Zoe looking to get rid of it. Tip stolen there by number 11. Who misses. Zoe with the rebound. Now Charlie. Charlie goes in the middle. Outside to Audrey. Audrey all the way to Shelby. Shelby takes it inside. Kicks it to Kate. Kate outside to Charlie. Now inside. Baseline. There's a foul. On the sit out. Shooting two. Dillon's ready to check back in for 3M. She gets the first. Charlie's free throws have improved as well. Taking a seat for 3 in is Kate. Timeout. Over the edge. 7:01 on the clock. 37-33. We'll be back. So coming out of the timeout, Charlie will get her second free throw. To try to push the lead to 5. And she does, sinks them both. 38-33, over the edge. Down by 5 with 7 minutes to go. This one's gonna go down to the wire. The battle for second place. The left hand goes in. Nice play by number 11. All over the edge. Now, Audrey over to Charlie. Charlie takes the screen by Zoe. Gets it into Zoe. Zoe goes to the right. Zoe puts it up. Off. She's frustrated. That one should have fallen, but they don't all go. But a good look nonetheless. So, here comes over the edge. Over the edge. Steps on the edge. So it's going to be a turnover. Brienne to get the ball. 6:23 on the clock. Only up by 3. This is a tight one. Kind of a soft press deployed here by the opponent. Charlie, let's go. And they get it just in time. Charlie at the top. Girls moving around under the basket. Charlie goes left. Gets it over to Audrey in front of the bench. Audrey goes left. Takes the screen by Zoe. Now to the top, Shelby. Shelby looking to get it into Dillon. She gets it over to Zoe from the top. Zoe at the top. Zoe goes right. Hands it off to Charlie. Charlie. By number 11. Defended well by Charlie, who did not give up on the play. Well done. You know she's tired. Over the edge will have possession deep into their offensive zone. 5:26 on the clock. A lot of time left. They throw it in deep to the top. At the free throw line. Defended by Zoe. And that's defended well. Rebound Dillon. But they're going to say jump ball, and it's going to stay with over the edge. Over the edge to inbounds here. Sorry for the blockage. Rebound defended well by Shelby. The turnover. So now it's all the way thrown a little too far for Dillon. Who bangs into the board. Thank God for that padding. She hit the board pretty hard, but she's okay. Tried to run. These girls are exhausted. 5 minutes on the clock. They're going to keep throwing it in. To 11. That's the play. 11 can choose at the free throw line to either go or pass it. And half the time she does one or the other. So now they're going to inbounds behind the ref. They get it out to 13. He's hit a lot of threes, and she just about made that one, but she didn't. Zoe picks up the rebound. Now, Charlie comes up the court. Charlie hands it off to Audrey. Audrey goes inside. She's going to keep going up. She's going to throw it up. Off. Rebound. Audrey picks up her own rebound. Great play by Audrey. Puts it outside to Charlie now. Charlie hands it off to Zoe. Back to Charlie. Inside now to Zoe. Zoe turns. Kicks it out to Dillon. Now, Shelby from the top. Shelby's going to take it herself. Shelby's going to say she traveled. These last 4 minutes and 24 seconds is going to be a tough one. Get your legs. Dillon takes a seat. Coming back in for Dillon is Kate. 38-35. 3 and up by 3. Big second half to come back after being down by 8. Now, 3N gets the trap out in the corner. Almost turned around. That's a 3. That's up. That's in. To tie it up. Big three-pointer. Now Audrey brings it up. Charlie. Charlie all the way outside. Gets a tip over. Here comes over the edge to try to take the lead, and they don't. She misses. She hit the bottom of the rim. Charlie picks up the rebound. Now Audrey over to Shelby. Shelby from the top back to Audrey. Audrey exhausted, but see what she has left in the tank. Charlie on the outside gets a screen by Audrey. Back to Audrey. Back to the top to Kate. Kate being defended there by number 11. Kate hands it off to Shelby in front of Pat Knowles. Shelby. Oh, Zoe just got taken down. I don't know why they didn't call it. Zoe's on the ground, hurt. And that's a big 3 by Charlie. Zoe's limping as she runs back. Tears in her eyes. She looks hurt. They're gonna have to put in the arrow. They're gonna put Dillon in for Zoe because she's walking gingerly. You can see, and she's upset. The girl just got tangled up. Number 13. They got no foul. And Zoe hit the ground hard, but she's gonna get to rest that ankle. And she got taped up earlier. Now a quick turnover, but no basket. That's a 3. That's off. Rebound. Number 13 from over the edge. They have possession here, down 3. Big 3-pointer by Charlie Knowles in the last possession. So, 3's being traded back and forth. They go inside and miss. Here comes Audrey. Behind you. Here comes Audrey. She throws a runner up, in and out. Rebound over the edge. Kate tried to get it, but just bounced over her hand. And now, over the edge. It's a nice penetrating drive of their point guard. At the 2:34 mark, here comes Dillon to go up easily. And now he's feed from Kate, and Dillon finished that well to exchange layup buckets. 43-40 is the score. 3 and up by 3. There's a 3 to tie it. That's off. Rebound. Dillon fights for it on the ground. It's a jump ball. That's 3N ball. Dillon showing some muscle here. 3 and a half it. They got to break this press. Number 11 comes back into the game for over the edge. 43-40. 3 and up. 2:17 left in this one. Kate has it. Kate gets it back to Shelby. Shelby dribbles up to get it across. He tips it over to Charlie. Charlie just gets fouled. And number 00. 2:07 left. That's a double bonus. Double bonus, so Charlie's going to get to shoot 2. The 10th foul for the opponent, for the 4 team fouls at 3N. Big free throw. Free throws put a big role in our opening round loss, but now we're hitting them. Zoe checks back into the game, taking the shoot is Kate, and hitting both her free throws is Charlie. 45-40, 2:05 on the clock. 3N up by 5. Here comes over the edge. Kicks it out. That's a 3. That's off. Rebound Zoe. Zoe picks it up. Zoe gets hammered. No call. Zoe gets it to Audrey. Audrey gets it over to Shelby. Slow it down. Slow it down. Charlie on the outside gets it to Audrey. Audrey on the outside. Gets reached. Audrey goes behind her. Gets shot. But we're going to stay on the floor. She's going to get 2 shots in the double bonus. 1:39 on the clock. Bingo bango. 46-40. Time out. Over the edge. I had a feeling this would be a good matchup. I wasn't wrong. This is a good game. Wonderful. We've had worse, but it's a good one. They'll be sleeping. All right, from the timeout, 1:39 on the clock. Audrey to shoot her second free throw to try to push the lead to 7. Against the local team from Chicago. She does hit it. So it is 47-40. Over the edge, trying to make a basket here. And they're going to say Shelby picked up that foul. So she'll get to shoot 2. This is number 11. Shooting at about 40, maybe 50%, so 1 point instead of 2 points would be preferred here. And that's what happens there. Now Audrey back to Dylan. Dylan has it, brings it across. Throws it in, but gets picked up by number 11. Poked away there by Audrey, but it's going to stay with over the edge. 1:19 on the clock. 3N nursing just a 6-point lead, and it feels much closer than that, to be honest with you. Over the edge. Gets it inside. Tipped there by Charlie. Stays with over the edge. Defend that, Zoe. Zoe, defend it. Yeah, but she's going to shoot that. Big 3-point miss. Rebound pulled down by Dylan. We're under a minute. Shelby on the outside, back to the top to Charlie. Charlie now looking to go and burn some clock. Hands it off to Dylan. Dylan goes inside. Dylan kicks it. Oh, they're going to say she traveled. She never picked up her foot. So they called travel with 36 seconds on the clock. Number 11 from the free throw line kicks it out. That's a three-pointer. That's up. That's in. Big three and a timeout called by the coach quickly after the made three. 27.2 on the clock. 47-44. This one is going right down to the last second. Finish here, finish, be smart. 27.2 from the timeout. Big full court press being employed here. Shelby to get it in. She throws it into Audrey, who grabs the ball. Looks to get rid of it. Gets it over to Charlie. Charlie gets fouled by 13, who hit the back of Shelby. 19.7 seconds. It's going to be a double bonus free throws for Shelby Dameron. Big free throws. Let's take a look at her mom, who's probably can't even watch. Or we can. Big rebound by Zoe. Zoe gets it out to Audrey. She gets fouled. Big rebound. To keep possession, 15.3 on the clock. She quickly got it out to Audrey, who got fouled to stop the clock. Now Audrey gets to go to the line. She will shoot two. And she will hit the first. 15.3 on the clock. 49-44. Here comes over the edge. Number 11 has it. She shoots a three. That's up. That's in. Big three-pointer. And that's going to do it. Great job. Great battle. That final score, 3N 49. Over the edge, 47. Great game for both parties. Final stats for today. Leading the way, Zoe with 20. Audrey with 12. Charlie with 9. Dylan with 4. Kate with 4. Join us next time. When do we play again? We'll have to take a look. You guys have the same schedule we do. So. Dave travels back home. We out.